morning, everybody. It is Friday, November 21st. My name is Karen, and this is BobbleHeadKnits. So, welcome, everybody. I have been very busy this morning, and it's only like 10:30. And I've already gone to the doctor. I've got a bunch of shots, gave some blood, all the things. I'm already back. All right. I know you don't care about any of that, but just thought I'd share. All right, I have no finished objects, and the whips I made very little progress on, but I'm going to go through them because I'm going to make at least the next week or so, couple weeks, I'm going to really focus on the small things that I want to get done for Christmas. There are big projects that I'd like to get done for Christmas, and I realize they're not going to happen. So, I mean, they are going to happen eventually, just not by Christmas. So, I'm going to just focus on the small things, get as many small things out as I can for Christmas, and then the big project I will deal with after the holiday. All right, let's go. All right, I will show you the big project because I did make progress on it. All right, hang on. Dipping. All right, I got onto the first sleeve of my daughter-in-law's cardigan. I'm doing the Snowbird cardigan by Heidi, Kirrmaier. And I know that last week I showed you all and I had ripped it out and I had recast it on. And so before I ripped it out, I had both sleeves done, and that's where I was. So I am pretty close to being back there. This is how much sleeve I have. I'm much happier with it because I am knitting it in the round. There are no seams. The pattern calls for knitting it flat and then seaming it together. Did not like that one bit. So where there's a seam, it's just going around and around. All right, this is being knit, and sorry for all the dinging, but I have like needles attached, and yeah. This is being knit in Malabrigo Rios. The colorway is Scorpio. Think about it there. And it is all purl stitches on the outside of the garment. So you would think that I would just be knitting it in reverse, knit, so I don't have to purl. I actually don't mind purling, so I'm purling, and it's going fine. Look at that. Very happy with it. I should have this sleeve done easily this weekend because I still am going to knit on this, just not as non-stop as have been doing. You know what I mean. All right, I still have, after I knit this in the other sleeve, I still have the whole body to do, and it's a long cardigan. My daughter-in-law is short, thankfully, but it's gonna take a while. So, and I realize I'm not getting it done by Christmas, so don't kill myself trying to do it, and try to get some smaller things done so that I will have other Christmas gifts to give other people. All right. I am making some selfish plans for 2024. Oh, there goes a dog, just ran across the front of my yard. And I'm actually going to pause because I just want to make sure it's not my kid's dog. Hang on, hold on. Okay, I'm back. It was not my son's dog. My son has 3 large dogs. They're totally out of control. He lives around the corner. And I just wanted to make sure that the black dog that I saw running right through my front yard was not his dog. But it's gone down the street. It ran by so I could check it out. It's gone down the street, so we're good. Things, right? All right, let's talk about the small things now. All right, the only other project I knit on this week, and that's going to change, is from the Knit It Wild Animal Friends by Louise Crowther. And I am knitting, hang on, Olivia the elephant. Hang on, I'm going to show you Olivia. I've already knit Olivia, and in fact you can see her back there. She's pink, not gray like in this book. And I'm currently knitting her skirt. And so I've already knit one of the tutus because it's or petticoat. I don't know what you call it. But I'm on the second one and I am about midway done with it. I need to, oops, hang on, dropped a stitch. Let me get it. Hang on. This is gonna be such a crazy episode because, yeah, I've dropped a few stitches here. Hang on. I took this with me to the doctor and I didn't actually knit on it, but it was in my bag and I think when I pulled it out, I pulled some stitches. So hang on, I'm getting it. I just want to get them on the needles and I'll fix them later. Okay, good enough. So this is the second petticoat, I will call it. Here it is, and it's all ruffly. It's adorable. I have the first one, and then I'll knit the skirt itself. It's a tutu, so I don't know, like the outer tutu. That's what I'm talking about. All right, I want to get that done. There's no reason I can't have that done, like the skirt and the sweater. I'm not gonna knit her leotard because my daughter doesn't care. This is, oh, by the way, a Christmas gift for my daughter, who's an adult, but yeah. And I'm not knitting the ballet shoes because she doesn't care about that either. She did say the sweater and the skirt were okay though, because she knows I'm knitting it for her. So that will be a Christmas gift. I think I can get those two done realistically before the end of the month. Honestly, there's no reason that I can't. So, all right, the next thing, I'm going to pull out a few things that you have not seen in a while. Just to show you, to remind you what the small things are that I need to finish. The next small thing, last week I showed you this, that I ripped out the bottom of my husband's Botanical sock by Stephen West. I've already got one finished. I ripped out, I pulled out the stitches along the side by accident, so the bottom I had to rip out and start over. So this is the heel, and then from there I'll do the bottom of the sock. So it is fairly easy from here on out. I just need to get it done. So working on that with the goal of getting it done before the end of the month. All right, hang on. Woo. I probably won't edit that out, but yeah, you know. All right, next up, I have, now these are my dishcloths, my naughty dishcloths, or not so naughty, depending on how you look at it. It's a pattern by Danna, Rachel. It's a free pattern. There's actually 2 different patterns she's done. She's done, what is it called? I can't remember what the other one is, but this one starts with the choice 4-letter word and then a certain clown in it. So it says the 4-letter word and that starts with an F and then the clown's name. So I've got that much time. Yeah, I have nothing to show you on that really. I need to work on this, finish it. When I finish this, I'm going to switch to DK weight yarn. This is Dishy by Knit Picks, by the way. I'm going to switch to DK weight yarn that I knit myself. I'm going to use it to make Abolish Ice. That's the other pattern. And see how that goes. I think the DK weight one, I mean, obviously it's going to look different, but I'll adjust things and it'll all work out. I'm not worried about it. All right, so that's another small project. I'm trying to do a dishcloth for every person who usually comes for Christmas. We usually have Christmas at my son's house, who lives around the corner. But this year, my mother-in-law has decided that she wants to host. She lives in a 1-bedroom apartment, so Who knows? I don't even know what's going to happen, but that's okay. I will still make these dishcloths. I think I still have to make 6 of them. So between now and Christmas, I think I can do that. So we'll see. All right. The other things that you have not seen, actually, I guess it's only really one that I do want to do, and I've not got much done on it. But I'm doing the Grandpa Cardigan by Tin Can Knits. I've got this much done. This is for my grandson, who is 2. And so this, I feel like I could get done by Christmas. So that's another small project that I'm working on. I'm using knit picks. I'm not going to buy knit picks anymore, and I'll tell you why. I mean, I just am not thrilled with their yarn. It's just not the yarn that I like. So, I mean, I've tried it. I'm just not thrilled with it. So this is Knit Picks Wool of the Andes, worsted weight. And I've got this blue. Let me see if I know what color this is. Solstice Heather. No, the Solstice Heather is the gray, which I also have. And this will be, that's the Solstice Heather. And then this, which is exact color. Hang on, digging around in my bag trying to find it. But I don't think I have the tag. Yeah, I don't have the tag. So I don't know, but it's a navy. So this is for Atticus, my grandson. And yeah, I'm just not going to actively buy from Knit Picks. I don't like that their private equity firm owns them, and I'm just not impressed with their yarn. I know I've had a few things of their yarn, but I think there are other affordable yarns that you can buy that are better. So, and I mean, I have nothing against Knit Picks, but I don't know, I'm just not thrilled with them. I'll probably, you know, I'll use them in a, if I'm in a pinch, basically, is what I'm saying. So, all right. It's hard though, because you know, so many places where you can get affordable yarn, like, where do you get affordable yarn in the US? You know, it's hard because most of the places where you can get affordable yarn, the quality affordable yarn, have either closed or you have to go UK or, you know, somewhere else. So, yeah, what can I say? I might just order from Wool Warehouse, even though I would pay tariffs, but we'll see. I may not be ordering a whole lot. We'll see. All right. Yeah, so those are the small things that I really want to work on between now and Christmas. So I'm going to just really try to focus on those the next few weeks. And hopefully I won't bore you too much with the small things. All right. All right. Stash enhancements, also known as yarn that I bought and other things. All right, well, first of all, we have in here that I'm not showing you my advent from the Naughty Knitters. Stitch marker advent came, and it's in here. I opened the top of it. So I saw that there's a tea bag in it. And then I was like, I'm not opening anymore because I don't want to ruin the surprise. So this I will start opening in December, on December 1st. I am not doing Vlogmas because I just really don't feel like I have the time. If anything, if I do anything, I'll just like record and put them all together, all the, you know, unwrapping of Advents, and add it every week to my regular vlog. Yeah, that'll be easier. All right, so that came this week. Very fast shipping. Also came, oops, sorry. Also came in this week 2 skeins of yarn, well, 2 and a mini, that I ordered. Some on impulse, some I had plans. I was looking for, this one I had planned out. I was looking for a really nice, colorful, self-striping yarn. Not that I don't have a ton of it over there behind me. But but this is what I got from Mustache Yarn. It's Glacier, the Glacier colorway. And this is actually going to be another Musselburgh hat, this one for me. I knit a Musselburgh for myself last year, but I didn't make it long enough, so it's a little, it like sits really close to the crown of my head, and I want mine a little droopy, slouchy, so I'm going to reknit it. I do have the other one and I will wear it, but this one is going to be slouchier. So this will probably be a cast on after the first of the year. So, all right. All right, now this next one, you're gonna love this next one. Sorry for the crinkle, I'm gonna open it up, okay? All right, crinkle, sorry. All right, this next one was a bit of an impulse. I was going to buy, I want to try Ruby and Rose's yarn. Not because I particularly love her yarn or anything, but I watch Lisa from Knit All the Yarn podcast. She's always talking about how it smells really good, how Ruby and Rose's yarn smells really good. So I was like, I wonder what it is. So I bought this, just so I could smell it. It does smell good. It actually smells like roses. And I will say that, here, I'll show you the front. When I opened it, because it came yesterday, like she must like spray the inside of the shipping bag with like some rosy scent. Because as soon as I opened it, I smelled this rosy scent. It is not as strong. The skein is what was in the bag. That's how I knew she probably, you know, sprayed something in there. But this is beautiful yarn, by the way. I'm not a huge speckled fan. I actually bought this because I was honestly almost buying one of her. She does the color wheel club thing when she has, like, you get a bunch of yarn and all in the same color family. It's a year-long thing she's doing. And she had some available, and I was like, oh, I can make something really cool with that. But I really don't need a bunch of minis in different colors. I have so much yarn, right? So I was like, if you're going to do it, just get a sock set. So, you know, get your fix that way. So this is what I got. It's the colorway We're Together, Darling. It's a sock set. So it's soft rose base. So it's 75. Hang on, I can't read. I'm guessing 85.15. And yeah, really pretty. I was gonna knit my husband a pair of socks with it, but then I saw it and was like, ooh, that might be me. I might have to do socks for myself. We'll see though. Yeah. And you know, I'm not a huge speckled yarn fan, but I don't know, there's something about that. It's just gorgeous. Yeah. So yes, and it does smell good. So just, my daughter was in my office when I opened it, and I was like, and she's like, what are you doing? I was like, smelling the yarn. You smell it. Yeah, it does smell really good, but it is like some kind of rosy, smells like roses. So Ruby and Roses, makes sense. So, all right, crinkle, I'm putting that away. Sorry. Crinkle. Okay, there. I'll stop making so much noise. All right, that's it for stash enhancements. And hang on, I need to take a sip of water. If you're new here, this is chaos, and my vlogs are usually chaos, so gotta live with it, okay? Hang on. If you're wondering, I have to tell you the story. This is a Volkswagen van. My son bought his 2-year-old a little toy. It's not so little. I mean, it's like a 5-inch Volkswagen van, and he refers to it as the dirty hippie van. And so the 2-year-old says, dirty hippie van. So I had to get that sticker when I saw it. And now when he sees it, he's like, dirty hippie van. And I really want a Volkswagen van, one of the new electric ones. So, yeah, Grandma's going to be driving a dirty hippie van. I'm not going to, because I don't need a car, as we all know. All right, other knitting news. There is hope that I will be getting my Cuddle Bums Advent, which is the last Advent that I'm waiting for. I actually got a shipping notification and regular update, so it is on its way here as far as I know. As some of you remember, in July I ordered a birthday skein of yarn from Cuddle Bums. It was like the first Cuddle Bums order I ever did. Cuddle Bums is in the UK. The yarn didn't show up. I reached out to Jody, the dyer, and she tried to send it again. She like dyed up another skein of it and sent it again, and it got lost again. And so, yeah, I was worried that we were going to have, you know, shipping issues. So, but so far, fingers crossed, the Advent is winging its way here. So, and it's not a big deal if it doesn't get here by the 1st of December, because since I'm not doing Vlogmas, I could just open the whole thing like at once. I won't, but I could if I wanted to. All right, I did, as you know, for Freckled Whimsy and Woolen and Nosh, the other 2 Advents I got, which were just single Advents. They were just like sock sets. They were not full, or minis. They were sock sets and not 20-some minis. I did open those, and I know what they look like. I have not started knitting on those. It looks like I probably won't until get some of these other small things off the needles. All right, sewing. I'm going to sew this weekend. I'm a new sewer, as you know. I bought some Christmas fabric so I can make some Christmas project bags. And I have plans. I'm going to cut the fabric out today and then sew it up tomorrow. But that is hopefully next week. You'll see some cute little project bags. I'm going to make 2. And I had asked you all, like, which fabric should I use on the inside, which on the outside. And then I was like, just use the different fabric make one project bag with one fabric and the other with the other. So I bought some new lining fabric and we're good to go. So, all right, and thank you for, I don't know who it was, but someone pointed out that I did not need to iron, or I did not need to wash the fabric if I was doing a project bag. So I did wash this fabric, but I won't in the future. Makes it a lot easier. So, yes. All right, anything else? Knitting-wise, I am making plans for next year. I will just say that I'm going to most likely be buying whatever I want for the next month. And then I'm going to go into like low buy, no buy mode. I have plenty of room behind me. As you can see, I have other storage. But I don't want to expand my yarn stash beyond where it currently is. And I really want to get rid of, I have some that's behind me. You can kind of see it right there. It's just sitting there. And it's like stacking up. And then of course I have the Lucky Dip bag, which is right there. So I at least want to get rid of, or not get rid, but I want to use up enough yarn that I have room to store that. Most of my yarn is in a cabinet over here, and right now it's hard to close the door on the cabinet. So yeah, I will be doing a low buy, no buy year. I hate to say no buy, because reality is it's not happening. No buy is not happening. I can do a low buy though, so that's the goal for next year. And then I feel like I should buy all the yarn this month or in the next month. Get it out of my system. We'll see how it goes. All right. I'm going to now switch to life stuff. So if you're not sticking around, that's fine. If you want to reach out to me, I'm on Ravelry as BobbleHeadKnits. I'm also, you can email me at bobbleheadknits@gmail.com. I do not do social media like Instagram, Facebook. I've left those all behind. I have too many other things I want to do. I don't want to be doom scrolling beyond what I already do. So, yeah. All right. Let's move on to life stuff. And, if you haven't already, like and subscribe. All right, life stuff. I had just, it was a little bit of a busy week. I had last week, after I recorded last week, we did have a dinner birthday party to go to, so we did that. It was way out south in the suburbs. I live in downtown Denver, and so whenever I leave the Denver proper area, it's like a trek. So yeah, we went way out south and had a nice dinner with some friends, and it was fine. But yeah, I don't like doing it too often. I mean, I love the friends, but I just hate going to the suburbs. Apologies if you live in the suburbs. All right. Then what? So I took Monday off because I had a dentist appointment, and I have a little bit of dental anxiety. So I just was going for a teeth cleaning. So I was like, instead of working half a day and then taking off the afternoon to go to the dentist, who's also in the suburbs, just to kind of relax and enjoy the day, I took the morning off too. And I didn't really do much. I knit, and then I went to the dentist, and I mean, that was my day off, right? Yeah, nothing too exciting. Today, did I do? Today just started, but I've already forgotten what I've done. No, today I actually had, because I have cervical dystonia, and I have to go in every like 3 to 4 months and get a bunch of shots. So I did that today. So I got like 20 some shots in my neck and back of my head and all. And it's not fun, but once it's over, and I'm good for a few more months. So yeah, but I also gave some blood because I had needed to get my diabetes checked to make sure my A1C is okay and all that. So I did that. And yeah, so it's been a busy morning already. It's coming up on 11 now. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so I have a Pilates class I'm going to. Yeah. So I'm going to go do that this afternoon. I'm going to cut out my fabric for my project bags. Nothing too exciting otherwise. Thanksgiving, we're hosting my sister and her husband, and actually my son, who we're actually, my husband's cooking dinner, not turkey, but then we're gonna have it like a Thanksgiving dinner, but at my son's house. I volunteered his house, so that's, yeah. His wife and our grandson, they're gonna be in Texas, and my son's gonna stay here because of work. So yeah, we were like, we'll cook dinner and let's use your house. So doing that. Other plans, not much. We're just taking it easy. I'm not a Black Friday shopper or anything like that, so none of that. I'll probably put up the Christmas decorations next week, but otherwise, no huge plans. All right. Books and TV. We've been watching a Spanish show called Billionaire Bunker. It is really good. It's so clever, funny, and just well done. So we, my husband and I both are learning Spanish, and so we watch it in Spanish. You can like switch it to have English, but we're just listening, like we're watching it as it was done, so in Spanish. And yeah, it's good. Books. I have finished 2 books this week. I read Nobody's Girl, which is by Virginia Roberts, and I can't say her last name. I'm going to spell it Giuffre. That is one of Jeffrey Epstein's victims, and she unfortunately killed herself like a year ago. But her story of being sex, you know, yeah, that whole thing. She wrote this book with a author, and it came out a few weeks ago, and it's like creating all kinds of there's all kinds of ramifications from it, including Prince Andrew is no longer a prince, and not that he ever was, apparently. But yeah, so that book, it's a tough read it's a tough read because of the subject, obviously, a lot of triggers, all that. But I felt like, we hear so much about the Epstein files, and so I just was like, when it came out, I was like, I would rather hear from, a victim of, Jeffrey Epstein, hear her story. So I read the book, and it's very well written, and good story. It's sad all around, though, and you realize that this poor woman, she had no adults around her when she was a child every adult around her failed her, basically. So yeah, it's a very powerful book. So yeah, while I was reading that, I was also reading a book called Bug Hollow by Michelle Huneben, Huneben. It was a good family drama. Not even family drama. It wasn't great by any means. It was a little, I don't want to say scattered, but the story could have been developed more. So, but it was good. I had actually started reading it a while back, and then I had to return it to the library, and then it came back up, and I was like, that's a book that I should finish reading, because I had liked when I initially started reading it. So sometimes a book, I'll be reading it and I'll have to return it, and I'll be like, yeah, I don't really care to finish it. But that was one that I felt it was worth finishing. So yeah, it's good. Just a family kind of drama, family that lives in Southern California, and their son, who is like going off for first year of college, has some drama. So I don't want to give it away, basically. So yeah, that's it. Okay, that is all I have for you today. Thank you for hanging out with me. I know it's been crazy today. I will be back next week, hopefully with some progress on my smaller things. So everyone, have a good week. If you are in the U.S. and you're celebrating Thanksgiving, have a very happy Thanksgiving. I will be back next weekend. And yeah, keep knitting, everyone. Bye.